Hey, I'm Claire with Bearcast Media here with Local Waves at their Queen City session. How'd it go, you guys?
It was sick. It was a blast.
We had a good time for sure.
Cool. Okay. So, are you guys a relatively new band? Like, how long have you guys been playing together?
Should I take it? Okay, great. We've been playing music. Well, actually, this guy and me right here have played music together for about a little over a year now. And we had another guy that was with us, and he is no longer with us. He moved down to Florida. So we've got these two guys here that just are brand new additions. Probably like not even 2 months, I would say. Probably like 3 weeks, I would say. But we've been making music as a band for about 7 or 8 months. And so we're currently, our album was tracked and it's in the mixing process right now, about to move to the mastering. And then pretty soon here, we should have an EP out for you. So.
Cool. So have you guys been able to play a lot of shows at all? Like, do you have any shows planned for the future?
We've been playing some good shows, I think, about once or twice every month. December 17th, we have a show with Motherfolk, I believe. Not sure where that's going to be.
The 86 Club.
86 Club, so be sure to check us out there. We're making our way around, the block and seeing who comes out. It's been fun.
Cool. So, do you guys mind talking about like what your inspiration for your music is? You can all answer it. I know you guys might all have different.
Do you mean like influences as far as music? We'll go. Everybody go with.
Okay. Yeah. I would say, well, one of my favorite artists is Ben Howard. I don't think that shines through in our music that much at all. If you listen to Ben Howard, that sounds nothing like us. But I think that I listen to like a lot of Knox Hamilton, Coin, Saint Motel, bands like that, and that I think shines through in a lot of our songwriting. So.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. For myself, and what I kind of am influenced by is Young the Giants. Kind of recent stuff with their guitars. I just love the way they sound on there. So I'm always trying to kind of create that in my own way.
Yeah, and for me, probably one of my biggest influences is Colony House, and Will Chapman, their drummer, has kind of a big impact on my sound and kind of what I do with my life.
Weird to hold. I was also gonna say Young the Giant, and then he said it and ruined everything. But definitely like Young the Giant and Come Wind, and then the Strokes are a few bands that I feel like I try to pull from. If that makes sense. They just all three are like pretty synced up bands that like just everything seems like it's done for a purpose. So, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What?
What was the last show that you went to that you really liked or loved?
That is a tough one. Wow. Well, I think that, probably at least you and me just went to see Young the Giant. They were in Cincinnati at the Madison Theater, and that show blew my mind. That was one of my favorite shows, and actually I remembered seeing what is now Colony House, what was Caleb, at a venue called The Addict, I think it is, in Columbus, or it possibly was a small different venue up in Akron, Ohio, but I saw them play in just like this small basement venue for like 50 people, and remember thinking like this band has something special going on, and that was one of my favorite concerts I've ever been to. So that's, for me, like a really, really cool experience.
Cool. Do you guys have any other local bands that you want to shout out to?
Yes. One in particular, our frenemies, Motherfolk. We know that you're out there somewhere, and we hate you, and we hate your music. It sucks.
In the best way possible.
Yeah. Also, like to make a shout out to our boy Justin Denny, one of our best friends. He's making some country music around town, so he's awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Any other I know you guys, your band is called Local Waves. Do you guys have any other local things that you like?
I think we're big on food.
Food. Oh, I'm always eating.
We can talk about food.
Okay, please do.
Okay.
Talk about food for
See, Alex is the one that has kind of discovered most of the places, but I just kind of tag along with him. just went to Bakersfield the other day, and that was delicious with him. So, anybody else?
I don't have any.
I just want to just put in a big plug for Blinker's Tavern in Covington, Kentucky. This is my favorite restaurant in Cincinnati. It's not. It's technically in Cincinnati, David. We're not gonna do this. It's within 10 minutes. So, you're welcome, Blinkers. Sponsor us, I think, if that works.
Do you guys want to talk more about like this new? Did you say it's an EP that's coming out? Do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah, I'd love to. We tracked an EP, I would say, around March, April or so, and that EP was actually like around the time that we started making music in general. So it's going to be an interesting experience playing those songs live, and like they've developed a lot, I would say. Somebody I know always says that like your recordings are always trying to catch up to your live performances, and I would definitely agree because we're always kind of molding and adapting things. So it should be a really interesting experience to see how the album does, just because we were kind of still finding ourselves as a band when we recorded it, but we're really excited to see it through the entire process. And then we're working on writing some stuff right now and getting it back in the studio for our second EP, more full length. We'll see what happens. So
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. Hopefully we'll hear more of you soon. This was Bearcast Media's Queen City Session. I'm Claire. Let's not do that.
I will, but then she put in all caps, ask it. Once the EP releases, are they going to be doing anything else? Is there going to be anything else released afterwards?
touched on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to talk about that?
Ask the question. Ask the question, and then
So who is it from?
Amy Sue Lambert.
All right. We have a question from one of our viewers, Amy Sue Lambert. What was the question again?
Once the EP releases, are they going to be? Are they going to be doing this? Hear you. Question. Once the EP releases, are they going to be doing anything else
With it?
afterwards?
Like touring or something like that. Okay. Oh, released afterwards. Okay. So after the EP, do you have plans for like a full length?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so that's what she's asking. All right. One of our Facebook Live viewers, Amy, asked about after they release the EP, what are they going to do after that? Are they going to release a full length? What's going on?
I'll take this one.
there you go.
It's definitely we're definitely kind of coming out of that, hoping to write more music. We've been writing a lot lately and kind of deciding what we think we're going. I think we might release maybe some singles or something. I don't know what's going to happen, but we've been writing a lot, so we're going to kind of find what works. We've been playing a lot of these live and seeing the response that we've been getting, and so far it's been good. So we're just kind of picking and choosing what we want to pursue. Yeah, I would say.
All right. I'm Claire with Bearcast Media. This concludes our interview with Local Waves.